In my previous video about the rules of a pro wrestling match, I tried not to use too many inside or wrestling only terms, but here are a few that might be helpful. This isn't going to be a definitive glossary, as there's a really good one on Wikipedia for that. Just some words that are commonly used that a new fan might not know. If you're not a new fan, let me know in the comments words or phrases that I've missed that should be in a future part. Babyface and heel. A babyface, or face for short, refers to a good guy, and the heel is a bad guy. This is similar to the old westerns, clearly defining their heroes and villains by the wearing of white hats and black hats. It's usually easy to tell who the good guy wrestler is because the adult male fans will hate them just because, and for no better reason. Admit it, lads, we've all booed the top babyface because either they keep winning too much or they keep beating all our favourites, even though we should be booing those by the way, or they look good in jorts and nobody should look good in jorts, or maybe even because our girlfriend has a massive crush on... No, leave that, move on. The unofficial record for most turns between heel and babyface belongs to The Big Show, who over a 30-year in-ring career turned 36 times. Them's some pretty worrying mood swings. Booker. Less common but still around these days. A booker is the person in charge of the creative direction of a wrestling show or a promotion, from what actually happens on the shows to who's booked on them to begin with. Nowadays, bigger companies have either a committee or a writing team, but the final say will usually fall with one person in charge. Often the wrong person, but more on that another day. The creative direction of a promotion is still often referred to by fans as booking, but it's even more referred to as bad booking, whether it actually is or not. Kayfabe. A term that comes from carny speak. Kayfabe is an odd word to define. A similar word might be canon, as in kayfabe refers to what is being done in storyline or in canon terms, rather than in backstage or real life. You might use it in such a way as, in kayfabe, Ricochet was badly enough injured that we might never see him again, but in real life, he's probably going to the other company for a shitload of money. Blading. This is one of a few words to describe the act of a wrestler cutting themselves, usually on the forehead, to draw blood. Other words or terms that you might hear include juicing, gigging, getting colour, bashing the bishop, spanking the monkey, choking the chicken. Wait, what were we talking about again? Blood is typically used to add more drama to a wrestling match, though some wrestlers clearly have a kink for it. As the old and slightly cynical adage goes, red equals green, meaning that a blood feud will always draw a paying crowd back to the arenas. Wrestlers will often hide a sharp object or blade somewhere on them, or will be handed it by a referee, and will use it at the opportune time, or if you're reffing a Jon Moxley match, whenever he damn well asks for it, so it seems. Dirt sheet. This used to refer to specific newsletters, which were the primary source for fans to get behind the scenes information. Nowadays, this is a catch-all term for the many websites that report on inside information, usually behind a paywall. Not only them, but the aggregate sites that report on those reports, and the Twitter accounts that report on those reports about reports. Basically, always consider the source, and if they look shifty, don't believe them. Outlaw Mud Show. A fairly modern term used by more negative fans and wrestling personalities, often to dismiss anything unusual, comedic, or quirky that doesn't fit with traditional standards of wrestling. While I at first included this to be sarcastic, there is a serious point to be made here. Like what you like, and don't hate on other fans for liking what they like. There's too much of that these days, and it just makes everyone dislike each other more than they naturally would. As you delve deeper into wrestling, quite frankly, you'll see some really mad shit. Some good, some bad, but that's all subjective. Well, nearly all subjective, as some things are universally mocked. Cody, I'm not bitter.